I guess I want to start by asking what I can probably imagine the answers, but what excited you most about coming on board this project? Maybe Nina start and then Tomas.
Yeah, okay, look, I'm gonna be honest. Thanks for the question, George. It was two things. It was Tina Romero and it was zombies. I mean, when I saw those two things come across an email and I was like, wait, is this really an opportunity? Is this some it's never something I visualized for myself. So I think that was the most exciting thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would honestly have to agree. I think like the idea of being a part of the Romero legacy,
Mm.
and also, seeing and witnessing and also helping Tina tell the story of queering the canon in the franchise, I think was what drew me to it the most.
Mhm.
Because it is, it's just such a monumental thing what George Romero did with the zombie films and the zombie genre in general was huge, to say the least. To see Tina take the reins so beautifully and also, queer the canon was the thing that I was like, I need to be a part of this.
Mm.
Can you both talk a little bit about the concept of queer the canon? I think that I've spoken with some other cast members about how the zombie films and George Romero's films were about social issues, even though they're about zombies, right? I want to know your takes on that, but also like that specific phrase, which is pretty meaningful, but like what it means in this context for those who don't fully understand. Maybe
Yeah,
you can start. Yeah.
I think it means that it's is continuing in the tradition, carrying the torch of what her father George Romero did, but it's addressing specific social issues that affect specifically a community that have, I think, always related to this specific genre of film, but have never really had the opportunity to really see themselves as being the leaders, the ones who are kicking ass, the ones who are in charge of their own destiny. We aren't ancillary characters. We're not featured roles. We are the ones telling the story. We are the ones who are kicking ass. We are the ones who are coming up with the plan. And I think that it's a really empowering thing, right? To be able to see yourself in the story, see yourself in the plot, and understand how you could actually see yourself in that, and then manifest that into how it relates to the social issues at hand that Tina's addressing and talking about. I think that's where it's really vital. That again, you hear these phrases of, when you see yourself, you can find validation and you can find agency. And I think that that's even as wonderful and fabulous and camp that the Zomcom is, allowing us to narrate, drive, and uh, tell the story from this perspective gives us all the hope that we will once be able to, we will one day also be able to have the ability to shape our own reality in our own lives.
Yeah, it's well said. There's a lot of creating your own reality and like dictate in just in general in the community that's like there's a pushback now more than ever, or not more than ever, but there's a big pushback right now and it's really tough. And it feels like this movie comes at a very well-timed moment to suggest like taking some agency back and combating against it. And Tomas, I want to know what you have to say about that, but also that how the role of camp, the importance of camp culturally, and how this kind of pushes it in a new direction. I feel a little bit like takes more into
Yeah, I'll let Nina talk about camp because I feel like that's her world.
it.
But what I will say, I think that wasn't shade, Nina. That was not shade.
Oh, I've been called old today. You go. We are forever sisters. You go. It's okay.
Like I feel like George Romero was never afraid to speak of the current social and political climate of the world, the same way that Tina isn't, and I think the the commentary that Tina is speaking on is very imperative to be spoken about in such subtle or unsubtle ways. Um, and I think it's how she did it was really beautiful. Specifically with the drugs that we're ingesting because they are so they are everywhere within the community. And how safe are they? And also like the fact that like our phones are so attached to our lives. I
Mm.
think like how does one speak about that in a nuanced way? And I think the perfect answer is through a zombie film, particularly one that's very camp.
And
Well,
the
that's a
power.
little bit, it can be kind of a Trojan horse. Like it can get people there and then it can ask them to think about things and address things that maybe they wouldn't have come for
Yeah.
otherwise.
Well, I think that that's kind of what I was gonna say, George. Thank you. Is the fact that we can like kind of win over the audience with some humor and with a lot of familiarity, and like I think queer audiences specifically are really reacting to this film in at these festivals that I've been to. They're loud, they're joyous, they're cheering, they're laughing. And I think that's vital to our ability. It's a reminder to all of us that, yeah, it's okay to laugh right now. It's okay to celebrate and cheer right now. And it's okay to also use that to be motivated to make some change in the world. And I think that that's the power of humor and comedy and camp. It's like you said, it's a Trojan horse. It's a big, beautiful bow of, haha, there's something else under here. And we hope that, if you find it great, if you don't, it's still a great movie. It's still
I,
a lot of fun. And
I
it,
think that, sorry to cut you off. I was
no,
just gonna say that you said something really powerful. I think that like it's okay to laugh right now. Like right now, like it's kind of hard some days, I think, for everybody in their own ways right now, but it's important and valuable. And also you're talking about the theatrical experience, which is so critical. And the community, all communities can come together and see each other and appreciate each other and the humor.
yeah.
This movie should be seen with a crowd, right?
It should be seen in a theater. It
Yeah.
needs to be seen in a movie theater. There's nothing like going to the theater to experience communal joy, a communal experience of watching this film. That's what I think.
I agree.
What was the first time you saw it like, Tomas? Can you explain that experience?
Yeah, Nina and I were actually together when we watched it for the first time, and Tina invited us over. It was me, Nina, and Jack. Tina and Tina's partner Liz, and it was just kind of like a very like it felt like how you wanted to watch the film, with a group of friends, and knowing that everyone just understood what was being said on camera, even if the fact that we were there, but like still we understood the jokes that were, and the message that was trying to be portrayed. I think it was so fun, and I'm really happy that for the first time that I saw it, I was with people that I love dearly.
I have to wrap because I'm running out of time, but I've really appreciated the thoughtfulness of your answers. I'm very honored to have spoken to both of you and excited to share this clip and for people to see this movie. So thank you for your time. And
George,
thanks
you're
for
awesome. Thank you
thank
so much
you.
for your
Thanks
time.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, George.